So welcome back. We are going to now start creating this design. First thing we want to do is to create the background. So now we want to start the advanced manipulation tricks that I'm going to show you. So in this lesson now, you are going to be learning, you are not just going to be using a single background that you downloaded. You are going to be using a combination of backgrounds that are going to blend together. You create a very beautiful background that's going to suit your work properly. This is a wedding design. So the app we're going to be using is PixCat. I hope that you've downloaded it. PixCat, this is the app. So this is what PixCat looks like. So I'm just going to load it up. It's showing me, when you load it up like that, you find this interface. It's showing me network error because I turned off my data. I turned off my data because if your data, sometimes if your data is on when you're using PixCat, it's going to be lagging, especially me that I have a lot of stuff on my phone. It's going to be lagging, so I turn off my data. First thing you want to do is select that plus button. Turn the plus button. Then you will find some stuffs here. I'm going to select start with a photo or video. Once you select that, it's going to load up a bunch of stuff from your gallery. I'm going to select this design that I want to work on. So I select the design, it's going to load into my workspace. Now, why did I bring in this design? The reason why I bring this design is number one, so that it serves as a reference design for me, and also so that I'm using it to set my workspace, because one of the limitation of PixCat is that it doesn't give you the option, just like in PixelLab, the option where you can enter in the aspect ratio of your design. You can specify the aspect ratio you want. PixCat doesn't give you that option. Do you understand? Well, this design is an A5 design. Since I already created it, I imported it to the workspace so that I'm using it to set the workspace. So as it comes in now, the PixCat interface will automatically set itself to the workspace of this design that I imported. That's the trick I use. Anytime I want to do a particular design, if I have a design that I already did that has the aspect ratio of the one I want to do, I'll just import it to the workspace and then I allow it take the aspect ratio of that particular design. The next thing I want to do is, if you hover around your down button here, you will find add photo. Select add photo. When I select add photo, it's going to load up some stuff on my gallery again. What I want to do is I want to go and bring in the backgrounds I want to use for this design. So I'll just go into the folder where I have those background and I'll scroll down until I find them. This is one of the background I'm going to be using. So once you arrive at the point where you want to import anything, you just tap on it. This is the background. So if I tap on it, it's going to be selected. The good thing about PixArt is that it allows you to import multiple backgrounds. You can import up to 8 resources at the same time. I'll keep going until I find the next one. Here's the next one I'm going to be importing. I'll tap on it. Realize that both of them has been marked. The guys I just selected, both of them have been marked. That you have 2 out of 8, so I can still import up to 8 resources, but I just need these 2. I'll hit this button, add button here. Then they are brought into my workspace. So I'm just going to hover around my down button. First of all, let's go to our layer panel. You also have your layer panel here on PixArt. So select my layer panel. I have all of the guys. If all of the guys I have on my workspace are forming layers here for me. I'm going to come over to, first of all, let me hide this one. I don't need it. So I'm going to select this the downmost layer. You find that the downmost layer here is a transparent background. I want to give it a color, so I'll tap on it. Then some options will be loaded for me. Then I can I'll choose this background here. It's going to give me the option to choose color. There are preset of colors here I can work with, but if I don't want any of them, I will choose this, and then I'll choose this first one. It's going to give me the option to, it's going to take me to a color wheel, just like we have on PixelLab. I'm just going to move around. I want a purple color, so if I move this guy, this first one goes around the wheel, so I'm just going to put it somewhere here. Then I'm going to use this to set the darkness. So I want to have something like this, something purple. The client for this job, they actually specified that they wanted purple color for their design, so that's why I work with purple. The color for their event is purple, so that's why I worked with purple. So the next thing I want to do is to pick the first background. So I tap on the background I want to use in my layer panel. It is highlighted. I'm just going to increase it until it fills the workspace. I'll move it up, so I have it somewhere like this. Then I'll select OK. Then I'll move around. I'll select with that same layer selected. Let me move it down let it be. I want to blend it together with this solid background I created. I'll ensure that this layer is selected. This layer I just resize. Now ensure it is selected. Then you move down on your, in your down button. You find this guy, blend. You find this blend. So let's blend. Let's blend, and you find different options, different blending option. Let me remove this. There's normal. If you choose normal, that means nothing is happening. If you choose screen, multiply, darken, lighting, overlay, add. These are different blend. We call them blend modes in graphics design. What blend mode does is that it changes the way a particular layer interacts with the layer under it. Do you understand? The reason why this blend mode is working is because I have something under this guy. The different blend modes have different way they affect a layer. The one I want to use here is add. Choose add, then I'll select. I don't know if you saw where my OK is here, so that's where my OK is. Select, then I'll move over to the next background. I already turned, just the way I can turn off a layer on PixelLab, I can also turn off any layer on PixCart. You understand? That's I2, so I turned it off, so I'm going to turn it back on. Turn it back on, it becomes visible. I'll take away the layer panel, so I just have this. So I'll stretch it from the edge as well, so that it fills everywhere. Fills everywhere like that. So I'll place it somewhere like this. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'll move as well under my down buttons. We find this guy, X. Let FX. Under FX, we have many options. We have the option to blur. We have the option of black and white. We have FX. We have simple. We have all of these options. But what I want to do here is to blur. There's a bunch of stuff you can do here. But what I want to do is I want to create a blur. I want to blur. Select blur. So when you select blur, you will find different blurring options. You can try them out. I don't want to do a video that is too long, so you can try them out. The one I want to use is this first one. This first guy here, that's the one I want to use. I'll select that. So when I select that, it automatically blurs a layer for me. If I want to increase the amount of blur, I can just tap on those icons there, tap on them, then it allows me to increase the blur radius as much as I want. So I just want it not too blurred, so something like this, around 23. So once I'm satisfied, I'll hit OK. I have something like this. The next thing I want to do is I'll still move around with that same layer panel selected. I'll go back to my blend mode, select my blend mode, then I'll change it to screen. Let me see if another one works better. So let's use screen or add, anyone works. So let me use add. So I'm just going to place it somewhere here. Good. Now I'll select OK. The next thing I'm going to do is open my layer panel. Now if I turn this guy off, you realize that this first background I worked on, it has a sharp edge here. I don't want that sharp edge. This sharp edge, I don't want it. I can blend it into the background as well. How do I do that? Excuse me. I'll have that layer selected. I'll select this tool here. You find an eraser here. So I'll pick that eraser. When I pick that eraser, I have these options. I'll choose this option to erase. I'll choose the option to erase. Then you see this hardness. I'll take down the hardness. Remember when I thought I spoke about hardness in the other video too, when I was on PixelLab. If I leave the hardness maximum, the wiping will be too sharp. The eraser will be too sharp. I don't want that. Let me undo. I want hardness to be 0. Then I can increase the size, maybe maximum size, or maybe not too maximum. So I can just use my hand. I'm using my hand to tap on the screen. Let me undo that. I didn't want the way it was wiping it off. I'll increase the size because I want a very smooth transition. I don't want the transition to be too sharp, so I just wipe off like that. So I'll hit OK. Then I have something like this. Then I'll go back to my layer panel and turn this guy back on. I have that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the image. I'm going to bring in the image I'm using for this design. I'll move over to, I'll hit OK first. Then I'll move over to add photo. Once I arrive at the place where my images are, here is what I want to import. So I think I'm going to even import the both of them. So I'll need the both of them. So I'll just mark this and I'll mark this as well. I'll now hit add. That brings it in for me. I don't want this one yet, so I'll hide it. Let this guy increase the size. Let it fill the workspace. increase, let it fill the workspace, increase again, something like this. So I hit to move over to what else? Okay, I think that should be all for now. I think I'm still going to need, I need to import something else. Photo. I want to bring in this golden fabric. So I'm just going to tap on it. Increase the size. Place it somewhere here. So I'll go to my layer panel. I'll move it to the back of the image. I want it to be behind. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move over to my down button. I'm going to find this guy, adjust. I'll hit on adjust. What I want to do is to change the color. When I'm in my adjust, I'm going to select this one, hue. Select hue, then I'll tweak it. See, hue is helping me, is changing the color. So I want to change it. I'm trying to change it to purple. So I'm going to move until I find something purplish. So I'll stay there. I'll come to my brightness. I increase the brightness a little bit. No, I'll take down the brightness a little bit. I'll come to my contrast. I'll increase the contrast. I'll come to my saturation. I increase the saturation as well. Increase the saturation. I'll move over to my shadow. Take down the shadow. Move to my highlight. Take up the highlight. Now let me take down the highlight. Let's see if shadow can go up. So shadow went up and then highlights came down. Once I'm satisfied, I'll hit OK. With that same layer selected, I'll pick my erase tool, select erase here, take down the hardness, increase the size. Or better still, I can even leave my hardness. I don't really need any, either the transition should be sharp or not here. So I can leave my hardness, then I just wipe. Do you understand? I'm wiping now. You see where I'm wiping. The reason why the image is not wiping, but this is what is wiping. Do you understand? It's because that is the layer that is selected. You understand? If I select the layer for this image, it's going to be wiping it, but it's not wiping it because I didn't select that layer. So you can use your two fingers to zoom out to see what you are doing. I'm just going to wipe the parts that I don't want. I only want it to be in this other part. So once I'm satisfied, I'll hit OK. I'll hit OK here. Hit OK again the second time. This is going to be all. This is all I want to do here. I can actually add some other more aesthetics here. Let me show you the design. You see that there are still many other stuff that to be added, but this is all I want to do on PixCat. I just created my background. So now I'm going to head over to PixelLab to complete it. Now I'm going to download this background. But when I'm downloading this background, I'm going to hide this image. I don't want to download it together with the image. The reason is because if I do that, when I go back, when I did that actually when I was doing this design, but when I went to PixelLab, I realized that the quality has reduced. I will save only the background, then I'll go work on it on PixelLab. How do I save the background? How do I download the background? You come here, select this guy, select it. Then we find the option to download. Now I'm going to select this drop down. I'm going to select this drop down menu. I want to save it as PNG. Always save your work as PNG. So I select that drop down, you will find PNG. Now if you are not using the premium version, you will not be able to save as PNG. So that's why I asked some of you guys, I asked you earlier to do the tax so I can give you the premium version. Only the premium version will allow you to save as PNG. Select PNG. Once I select PNG, I'll hit on download. So we hit on download and it saves into my device. Good. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be heading over to PixelLab to complete this design. I'm here now on PixelLab. First thing I'm going to do is to set up my workspace. Image size, I'm going to aspect ratio, the specification for this is 1240 by 1748. 1240 by 1748. I'll hit OK. 1240 by 1748 is the specification. I'll hit OK. I'm going to go bring in my background. This is the background I just created. It's okay. It's okay. Move over to relative size. Take it to 100. It's okay. I'll lock it up. Tap on the screen. I'll go bring in the images. So I'm going to bring like 2 to 3 images at the same time. I've imported all of the resources, some of the resources I'm going to be needing. First thing I'm going to be working on is this one. Increase the size. Really now. Increase the size. Increase the size. Increase the size. Place it somewhere here. So I'll go create a copy. Copy. With the first layer selected, I'll delete all of the unwanted. Delete. Then I'll bring it to the middle. Just position it somewhere here. I'll lock it up. Now I'm going to pause this video. I'll go bring in all of the other resources that I'm going to be needing. I brought out some of the resources I'm going to be needing. First of all, I'm going to turn on this guy. I'll place it somewhere here. Let me rotate it. I want it to be somewhere here. Now bring in the other guy. Place it somewhere here. I'll lock them up. Then I'll bring in this guy. I'm putting that somewhere here. Place this guy somewhere here. Then I'll bring in the next image. Bring it up. I'm placing that somewhere here. Let's check the reference design. I'm going to create a copy for this. Create a copy for this. Bring it here. Then I'll change the color to white. Change it to white. Place it somewhere here. Then I'll bring up this image so it fits like that. So the next thing I want to begin to do is to let me bring up the reference design again. Let's see if everything is well ordered. Let me quickly do something. Unlock this guy. Turn this guy off. Unlock this. I'm moving this one to this side while I move this other one. The one that is blurred should be here. I can't really remember how the angle of rotation I used. Just ensure you place it in a way that looks okay. So I'll just place it somewhere here. So I'll lock it up. Next thing I want to do is to write my text. So I'm going to pause this video until I've written all of the text that needs to be written. So I've written the text Taye 2026. Sorry, that should be Taye Tife 2026. Really? Let's continue, please, guys. So I've written the text Taye Tife 2026. So font we're going to be using is I think I used Norman or something. So this is the font I use. Normal regular. So if you don't Numa or what's that, that's just it. If you don't have it, of course you don't have it, go and download it. I'm going to change the color to purple. This purple is too light. Let me make it deep. Purple. Increase the size. So place it somewhere here. Squeeze it, please. Squeeze it in. And give it a centered alignment. Hit OK. Reduce the line spacing. Hit OK. Then place it somewhere like this. Curve it. We want a curve there. So I'll bring in the next. Where is it? Let me lock it up. I'll bring in the next text. I'll curve it as well. This should be totally black. Let me see. Is it black I used? No, not black. It's still purple. Same purple color. Then below the font we are still using Poppins. So Poppins is a very safe font to always use. When I don't want to stress myself, I just go for Poppins. Poppins, let's use medium. Poppins medium. I'll put it there. Then Poppins medium for Boluative as well. Change the color to purple. Put it somewhere like that. So I think I need to squeeze this. Give it a centered alignment. Then reduce the line spacing. Not this. Come on. Reduce the line spacing. Place it somewhere here. Hit up. I'll lock it up. I'll pick the word. Font for the word is the same as the font for the first text. So I'm going to go pick it up. Normal regular. Hit OK. Color for that, I think I use a golden color there. Something like this. Let me give you the color code. F57F17. F57F17. That's the color code. I'll hit OK. Hit OK. Let me give you the color code for my purple as well. Color code for purple is 34006B. 34006B. You can just copy that and use. So I hit OK. Please just take your time to ensure that you get the correct arrangement for this, please. I don't want a long video, so my arrangement may not be too perfect. If you look at what I have from the original design I'm going to be sending to you, I took time to do all of the adjustment. You can use this your rotate tool rather than using your hand, and use your move tool as well, so that you are able to move in every direction that you are supposed to move. So nope, I'm just going to move this a little bit. Select color only. I'll move that as well. The reason why I'm trying to make the videos very short is because of storage issue. My phone is already giving me storage issue. If the video is too long, after creating the video, I still need to edit on CapCut. If the video is too long, it's going to give me issue when I'm editing. That's why I'm trying to avoid a long video as much as I can afford. I don't have the storage space for long video. I'm sure you see what I'm doing. I'm just duplicating the one that is blurred. I'm just duplicating it just to add some beauty to that part of the design. I'll bring this guy forward. That flower is behind it. Lock them up. Create another copy. Let me off my data. So what have I done? So I'll create another copy. Put it somewhere here. No, I don't think I need another one there. Let me hide it. I'm just going to bring in this guy. I added some other stuffs. Let me go and import it. You see, I've not written my date. I'll create a shape. Create a round shape. Purple color as well. So I'll put that color somewhere here. I'll hit OK. Let me pause this video. There's one more resources I need to import. Alright, so I've imported these guys. I'll hide this one. Let's work on this. Bring it somewhere here. So I'm adding it to this guy. Alright, so write the date. Let me bring up this design. Let me see the date. 25th of July 20. So I'll pick this text. I'll create a copy of it. So that's what I'm going to use to write the dates. I'll edit 25th of July 2026. I'll hit, just squeeze it up like that. Take down the size, bring it here. I'll give it a golden color just like this other text. I'll still take down the size. Then I'll go increase the line spacing. Then I'll pick my move tool, adjust the size again, hit OK, increase the line spacing, I'll hit OK. Then I'll just move and ensure that it is well centralized. Hit OK. If you observe something, realize that date has covered the names, so I'm just going to go mark them, mark the names and move them a bit. Mark this, then I'll just move them up a little bit. I'll hit OK. Now let me work on this. Bring it out, centralize it, give it a center alignment, reduce the line spacing, hit OK. Can increase the size if I want. Really now. Increase the size, place it somewhere here, reduce the line spacing again, hit OK. Then I'll go select this guy, then I'll move it down. I'll hit OK. Once I'm satisfied, I'll lock. Then I'll bring this. The last thing I'm going to add is this guy. Do this, increase it drastically. Then I'll put it here. Put it somewhere here. I'll bring this flower guy that I think I'll put this guy somewhere here. I think I'm okay with this. Sure, my layers are locked. That is that about this design. This video is already very long, so I'm going to export it. After exporting, I will now take it to Lightroom. I'll go do some editing on Lightroom. So I'm not going to do a video on how to edit on Lightroom again. I already showed you how to edit on Lightroom yesterday. So you take it to Lightroom, do your editing on Lightroom, and that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. I think that's the end of today's class. I'll see you again in class tomorrow. Bye bye.